okay, apply multisensory instructions, okay, and teachings. Okay, and teachings. There is teachings or meanings. 3, you have to do what? Make sure that you give them extra, okay, extra lessons, okay, in the areas, okay, of their learning in the areas of their learning, okay, in the areas of their weaknesses. In the areas of their weaknesses. Then 4, as soon as you identify them, okay, as soon as you identify them, you can apply what is called applied physiology. Okay, applied, yes, physiology. Okay, applied physiology, like breathing technique. Okay, breathing. Okay, techniques. Okay, and what? And tell them to practice cross lateral, okay, motion. Okay, before teaching, or in the process, in the middle, okay, of your teaching, of your lesson, okay, of your teaching. So these are 4 things that you can quickly apply. As soon as you discover that this child is slow learner, quickly you can apply psychology. You stand up. Okay, breathe in, out, 11. And when you're doing that, you're helping astrocytes. Okay, you know, astrocytes, they are the ones that supply energy. Okay, to the concept of academic neurons, so that those neurons can be active at that point in time. Okay, you can ask the child, okay, stand up, do like this, 1, just like 7 times. Okay, go back to your seats. So these are things that you can, these are neuroscience-based interventions that neuroeducators can apply in the classroom to help slow learners. The brain, with those neurons, those concept and academic neurons, they need oxygen. They need oxygen. Then you can also tell the teacher, okay, stand up. Raise up your hand. Do like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If there are 2 slow learners, you can also do it. Or move to the front. I want you to move to the front. Okay, if you apply this, there are others in the course. Extensive, okay, interventions that you can apply to slow learners. So physiology is also part of the interventions that a neuroeducator can use in order to help slow learners. You know, when we talk about applied physiology, it is part of the Montessori intervention. You know Montessori, isn't it? That has to do with movement. It is part of it. So it's one of those interventions. So I'm going to really pause here before we move straight to the other. Yes, we have time. No, I sit down.
The fat, if the fat is not available, there will be auxiliary care.
Exactly. There's something called multiple sclerosis. Okay, that one it is a more complex kind of impairment. It is also as a result of this axonal kind of deficiency. Okay, so now you're saying that is there any one thing I know is my research is my focus is on neurons, and I know that there's something called neurogenesis. And one of the best ways to do, and neurogenesis has to do with what? The birth of new neurons, isn't it? But I don't know if there is anything that is called genesis. But I I know that there is a neurogenesis, and one of the ways to do what? To create neurogenesis is through this applied physiology, because there's a connection between this regime of exercise, okay, and neurogenesis. And I've been saying it, director, principal, and the other, please, your PE, it is extremely important that don't compromise. Don't let anybody come here and give you kind of woo-woo science, saying that, look, why are you doing PE? PE is extremely important for the health of these children. And PE, if you can do it consistently, is going to help the students do what? Create new neurons. And the more neurons you have, okay, because there's a connection between learning, memory, okay, storage, retrieval, with enough of neurons in your brain. So neurons support learning, they support memory encoding. So back to your question, for now, I don't think that there is, my knowledge of glia, not only my knowledge, okay, in the field of neuroscience.
Is that lateral motion?
Yes, lateral, cross-lateral motion. Okay, it has to do with, I think I've shared this super brain, that it is something that the Chinese people are using. And one of the techniques that Chinese also use is this. Whenever you discover that a child is sleeping in a class, you tell the child to please stand up and do like this. Or, for example, for those of you who teach mathematics, I think you observe that some of your pupils or your students are about sleeping. You tell them to please stand up and do like this. I've seen it, I've watched documentary because when they study Chinese students, you tell the children or your pupils to put their hands and roll their eyes, and if they do it, you discover that sleep would disappear. Apart from rolling their eyes, this one is also good, okay, to arouse their attention and to make the astrocyte supply enough energy for neurons. Look, neurons is connected to education. The more neurons that we have in our brains, because they support learning. So whatever you're teaching the students,
that means the function of the parts in that presence is to energize the neuron.
No, astrocytes are the ones that energize.
Okay.
Astrocytes. The fact is just to make sure that that cable
track that information with the brain.
yes, from one neuron to the other, so that information can be stored by populations of neurons.
Okay.
Yes. So that is the idea. Thank you for bringing this up. But do not forget the function of the fat. So if there is fat deficiency, this thing will not. It will reduce the speed, okay, of the propagation of the information, and it will lead to, instead of having enough number of neurons storing that information, very few neurons would actually store the information. That's why the child might be more than 2 plus 2. It is because of this. Enough neurons have not stored that information.
And that means resolution.
You don't answer my question.
I told you that there's no, for now, okay, the field of glia service research. Look, only to understand neurons alone, okay, it's going to take generations upon generations. Not to talk of glia cells. So there are limited researchers who are researching glia cells. So what I know for now, okay, in the field of glia cell research that is connected to education is what I've shared with you. I don't know if there are ways that we can do what? Increase glia cells, but I know that there are ways that we can increase neurons, and it's called neurogenesis. And one of the ways is to do what? Exercise.
Okay.
That is why I say, please do not erase PE. Well, we did it. I don't know. Very good. Please make sure that you can even create, because of this knowledge, you can create some kind of fun around it so that the children can be committed to it. You discover that those pupils and students who are always falling ill, it's good to reduce. You can even carry out an experiment. Increase, okay, the quality of your exercise, that PE day, and observe and check if there's a kind of if punctuality rate is going to increase or not. You can do that experiment. I do exercise at times twice in a day. In fact, the father of neuroplasticity. His name is one of the leading professors in the entire world. I just watched one of his videos. His name is Professor Michael Mezenich. The guy said, maybe I would appreciate, I wouldn't share it, but there are so many things on my mind. The guy gave a list of the benefits of exercise. I said, by God. List more than 20 benefits of exercise based on research, based on science. Maybe when I get some, I'm going to appreciate it with other people. Okay, there's another video. This man who owns UBA, Tony. Yes, I saw him. There was this video that went viral. A billionaire. Come and see the exercise in the gym that this guy is doing. I said, if this guy who is a billionaire still subscribes to the power of exercise, then who is me worthy there? So that's why at times I do eat exercise. I do twice, but it is part of my life. I will never, because I've told my wife, I want to be 70 and look 55. And it is possible, because there was a day like that. I think I was hanging out with some of my friends, and they said, do you know that out of your brothers, you look the youngest? I just underlined it. I said, yes, this is really beginning to manifest. There's a way that you can integrate these insights into your own personal life and exercise. There's nothing that beats exercise. Another leading professor who happens to took a picture with Obama. In fact, Obama really honored this man. His name is Professor Terence Sejnowski. The guy said more than that after so many years of research, that they discovered that there is no therapy, no drug that is as powerful and potent as exercise. That was why I think, please, when you said you were strong, I think we were the director. I said, please,
Yes.
this is why I said, don't sit down. I said, we need to let you move. Honestly, do you know that during that time, I was also ill. I took money, went to my brother's place, I went to buy drugs. And I know that this drug is just, some of them are just ordinary chemicals. The drugs don't really heal. I said, so should I go and waste this money to buy drugs? And I kept the money. I said, look, let me work on my mind and my body, my physiology. Up till now, I saved my money, and here am I. I applied it. And your exercise, make sure that it is part and parcel of this school. Any other person?
Can we liken stress with exercise? What is the comparison between the two? Someone that is being stressed, does that person still need to go on another exercise?
No. Let me come in. What is that? The stress and the exercise are quite different. The kind of daily activities you engage yourself into and you overburden your brain, that is what we call stress. But something that you are enjoying, exercise has to do with enjoyment.
I'll continue.
It has to do with relaxation of muscles and brain. When you are so bored with your daily activities, you can simply try to relax your brain by exercising. You can go into swimming, it's part of exercises.
Swimming. But they say it's one of the best ways.
It's one of.
When you are swimming, it stretches all your.
So you can go into trekking.
Trekking, yeah.
So trekking is also one of the best.
You said almost everything, though.
So
Then, in addition, what I do is this: my favorite songs. Okay, I have them on my phone. So no matter what, like one of them has to do with I don't know if you've heard this song when Tinubu was about. So there's this song that some group of people that song because of the rhythm. Whenever I listen to it, I put it on
almost everything.
Honestly. And I will exercise. Before you know it, I enjoyed the process, and it's beneficial to my health too.
It's true. Some of you can be listening to Bible. Some, for me, if I'm listening to Quran and preaching.
Exactly.
Quranic, Islamic preaching.
Yeah.
I do relax myself. I can listen to somebody like a Sautiano.
Okay.
And it will make me to relax my brain after you have been so bored or been stressed. It's just to take care of your brain. Because when you talk of stress deals with brain.
Yeah.
And it weighs down the brain to the extent that it can increase your high blood pressure.
Yes, and reduce your immune system. Then it can even kill neurons. It can kill neurons that we call apoptosis. So too much of stress is detrimental, but you must also look for a way to help you relax your body. Just like you telling people who live in Lagos that they need to do exercise. I've lived in Lagos for almost 10 years. You don't need to do any exercise in Lagos. Lagos environment alone.
3 o'clock, you come back and
Yeah.
12.
So the stress from one place to the other in Lagos.
Some of them, that's why I see them, they usually sleep inside the car.
Always.
Or bus.
Yeah.
To relax themselves.
Always.
They knew that, okay, I'm left my working place. Before I got home, it's 5 hours.
Yeah.
They will use almost 3 hours to sleep.
To sleep. Honest.
Because once they get home, they will start working again.
Yeah. So stress.
Before, if you are bored, if you are being stressed, you need to relax your brain.
That is number
By
one.
getting some cool music,
That is
by
number one thing.
sleeping a bit, eating good food or fruits.
Fruits.
So then later you can exercise yourself.
Yeah. Honestly, you've spoken my mind.